is to choose that operator that operates in a climate-friendly, with a climate-friendly policy. I am also pleased to tell you that amidst our operators, we know sustainability is an issue for everybody, and responsible tourism is an issue for everybody. We have colleagues of ours within the sector as well, whose major point of reference is sustainable travel. And to them, it is one of those unique selling perspectives. But we know that Uganda in general pushes for eco-friendly travel, pushes for sustainable travel, and pushes for responsible tourism. So we as operators abide by this and proclaim this to our clients because our clients are very sensitive, and that is what describes the new traveler. Are you sustainable? Do you conserve? And are you responsible? So that is our golden rule as operators, and that's why we can keep in this trade of tourism.
Thank you so much, Dennis. And I think, even from my short observation for the past 6 months, I've come to appreciate the operations of private sector. They are very intentional, and I've also run into a couple of them who are championing sustainability as the key competitive advantage. So I give a shout out to Estoa, represented by Mr. Antale. And I think it's a journey that we should all take, given the nature of our destination, but also the trends of our future travelers. Sandra, how does the airline contribute to conservation?
Thank you, Francis. Uganda Airlines, it's a pivotal role for us to sustain, and sustainability is key. And when you look at what we are doing currently, and from start, our new aircrafts are SAF ready, and when you know SAF is fuel, which is good fuel in the whole world, we are very SAF ready. When you look at the amenities that we use on our aircrafts, they're all sustainable items that we are using. So we are already there. It's not about only reducing the carbon carbon footprint, but we are ready for the global world, because actually we are not only, sustainability is not only here, but where we also fly. It's a key point that we have to be ready for where we are supposed to go. So it's not only where we fly, but also it is something that is key, and it is a key role for all of us. And that is why our crafts are sustainably maintained.
Thanks, Sandra. And as we get to the end of our discussion, I have just one question that I think that will go across. I think we are all players in the industry. If there is one thing one initiative you want to implement before Powate 2026, something, it could be conservation, it could be, guest experience, what would it be? And I'll just have that question go around for each of us here. I'll start with Dorcas.
Thank you, Dennis. Rather, Francis. If there's anything I would want to do before Powate, I would want to have dust bins in place at all centers where the tourists go, so that we reduce the litter in the parks, because if we do not litter, then we conserve sustainably. If we do not overtruck, then we conserve sustainably. So I would want to ask each one of us in the room that let us observe the rules, the park rules. Do not litter, do not overtruck, do not overspeed, because when you overspeed, you kill the animals. So let us observe the park rules. If there's anything I would want to do now, I would want to, each one of us, to have the park rules by the fingertips so that we observe them. And when we do, we will conserve sustainably and we will have a very good experience of tourism in our parks. I thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dorcas. Sandra?
Thank you, Francis. One thing I'd like all our visitors, guests, tourists, I should call it a wow experience, a memorable experience, an experience that will always be in their mind. And it will not only be from the enabler Uganda Airlines, but it's to all of us. Can we wow them with what we have? Can we tell them what Uganda has to offer? Because when we tell them what we offer, it is a magnificent thing that we have to offer. So for me, it is, I will not, because wow means, I don't have words for it. Ugandans, we understand the wow that we have, for whatever we have. But the people out there, we have not yet wowed them. Can we wow them with what we have? And that is what I want to see even before poverty.
Okay, Dennis?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Dennis, on Otto, now I'm speaking for the two operators. One of the things that I know UTB does and you do so well, but one of those things is the market engagement. Let's talk to the market. Let's keep in these markets. And when I'm talking about the markets, this is the international market where most of our tour operators play, the domestic market which sustains our local tourism, and the regional market. Let's keep in these markets, let's keep talking, let's keep engaging, because to us, this story has to be told and consistently, and we shouldn't tire. You know, we also going into, or we are already in a political season that has not been unique to just Uganda alone, but the region in whole. So Uganda needs to keep in the market, talking positive things about a unique destination, but also creating the confidence in this market that we are a unique destination, we are a safe destination, we are a sustainable destination, and we have the products on offer. So this you're doing, but keep at it. Let's be consistent, be intentional, and God will bless us all, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. And thanks to my very engaging panelists here today. So as we wrap up, I think what we're trying to demonstrate here today is the fact that we're a very competitive destination which is going to be delivering poverty in unity. So we are going to collaborate a lot across different functions, public, private, to make sure we deliver something exciting for our visitors. And we're talking between conservation, commerce, all the private and public actors, to make sure we deliver on that heritage that we have, but also drive that modern kind of connectivity that we want to see. But most important is our theme. It's very clear. Please, let's showcase Uganda for the beauty that it has. What Uganda has is what people long for, and we need to put our best foot forward, come Powati, or even in the build-up to Powati. So as we move towards Powati 2026, the partnerships that we're talking about here should be able to define to the world the experiences that Uganda has, and just ground ourselves in why we are called the Pearl of Africa. So I thank you so much. Thank you to my panelists, and thank you for being good listeners. Over to our MC. Thanks.
Thank you very much, our wonderful panel. Please first wait there. Let's have a group picture before you leave. Francis, you assured us that AI is not going to receive tourism operators, and for that we are very happy. But for my sake, is AI replacing lawyers? Not at all. It's not. It's replacing. So we switch to tourism. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you very much, our wonderful panelists, for those insights. Let's have our crane performers just give us a small interlude as we wait for the next program. Thank you.
What We Omuzadde alina omwana amaze siniya ey'okunooba ey'omukaaga ng'oyagala asome nga bw'akola ku ddala ly'university ate ng'ali exposed. Spade Revolution Uganda Limited ebaleetedde universities ez'enjawulo okuva e India.
But hope all goes well. I encourage all of them to come and join us.
Come and experience what we've experienced.
Balina courses eza technical, eza business, n'eza medical zonna omwana ze yeetaaga. Omuzadde n'omwana ayagala okumanya ebisingawo ku university ezo baba n'omusomo ku office zaabwe e Mengo, opposite Forfa House, buli Lwamukaaga ku ssaawa 4 ez'okumakya. Oba bakubire ku note 758 65 89 27.
Just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's what you feel in the gentle caress of tropical wind from the mountaintops. And the glow in your heart from a warm neighborly invite. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Hello? Okay, great. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, we welcome you. Thank you for making it to the 10th edition, the launch of the 10th edition of the Pearl of Africa Tourism Exhibition. My colleagues in the tourism fraternity, I think we have Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife and Antiquities represented. We have Uganda Wildlife Authority. We have KCCA. Any other partners? I don't want to miss a step. Today is about partnership and collaboration. Let me not miss you when I'm recognizing. Private sector, I'm coming. This table here, eh? Who put them all together, by the way? Abanene mu private sector, I also recognize you. Our partners in Nakao, the Arts and Crafts Association, thank you also for making it. We have UHOA somewhere in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, members of the Fourth Estate, allow me to stand on the protocol that Ida shared earlier, in case I missed any, because mine is really to summarize why we're here today.
So first of all, thank you for making it. Thank you for being patient with us. We did have a bit of a late start, but I think Francis held it together with a very interesting panel discussion from private sector players, speaking together with Uganda Airlines on the same stage with Uganda Wildlife Authority, which is essentially the foundation or the basis of what this year's Powate is about. It is about private-public partnership. It is about us working together, pooling resources so that we have the world's best tourism exhibition ever. So we are not competing on Africa levels, members. For those who think we are competing with the regional tourism expos, no. We are going for WTM levels. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. I'm also going to talk just maybe 3 key distinguishing factors between this year's 10th edition and all the others we've done. My team knows that I stand on maybe 2 or 3 sayings and I keep repeating them. It sounds like a broken record. I believe that the definition of madness is doing things the same way, the same how, expecting different what? Results. Personally, I'm not mad. At least I've not been certified. There are those who call me mad, yes, I know. But no one has written it on a paper. So assuming we are all sane and able-bodied human beings, we cannot do things the same way we've been doing them, expecting we are going to attract more footfall to this destination. And so we're changing things up this year. We're doing primarily 3 things. Let me start by saying, who thinks or who feels things are not yet changing in tourism? Who feels it's the same as the years before, Obote, Idi Amin? Who feels it's the same? Is it only me who is seeing that tourism is topical right now? That there is a different kind of attention and intent in this sector? Who, is it just me? Can I ask a question about what is making you feel proud about our destination more recently? I'll go first. We won an award in Switzerland recently. I think people saw it. Clap for yourselves, it's all of us. May I clap for myself daily? Last week we won in, was it Riyadh, where we were represented by the Ministry of Tourism. We came number 3 after Peru, Ecuador, as a best adventure destination in the world. 190 countries plus, and we are number 3. Think about it. We are getting the right kind of traction. What else is making us proud? Me, I have a long list here, so I'll just, maybe somebody from the private sector. What is exciting us about tourism right now? There's the investment. Investment last year grew 250%. We were given 250% more money than we've ever spent on tourism in this country. What else? Okay, you people of UTB, what else is making you proud? Aha, thank you, James. I was waiting, it was here. London, Abuja, Lagos, Mumbai, Johannesburg. Can I go on? Cape Town. But now, Sandra, you're talking after I asked you, you were quiet. Nothing is making you proud. This year, we reintroduced Kampala City Council Festival. Women in tourism, what is exciting you? The airport. Yes. Yes. Change. Thank you very much. Feedback. People, are you hearing? Things are changing. Things are moving. We are no longer accepting to do things the same way, expecting different results. That one is of the past. So the first thing that we're changing this year is we're introducing a theme called Wanderlust. Honorable Minister, while you are away, we did a bit of English homework here. As usual, people were scared. Big English word, Wanderlust, Wanderlust. It's very simple. Wanderlust is about having a true desire to explore to unpack, to adventure, to traverse. And that is what we're inviting the world to do in Uganda. And we believe we have the right to do so. This year at Powate, together with the private sector, we are going to demonstrate to the world that Uganda is more than just wild animals. We are more than just landscape and terrain and what have you. We are about culture, we're about heritage, we're about provenance, we're about people, we're about food, we're about a 360-degree experience that they cannot get anywhere else in the world. That is what Wanderlust basically embodies, if anybody asks you. It is about embedding, immersing ourselves in all things Ugandan. And that's what we want to do with Powate this year. It's not enough for us to demonstrate to the world that we're the best looking. And that's the thing with a lot of the expos and exhibitions. It's essentially a beauty pageant. You get there, who shows off better, who has better dancers, better music. We are moving away from beauty pageant times. This year, and this one is for the private sector, if you hear nothing else from me, this year we are going to Powate to do commerce. We are going to sell. We are going to sell this country. We are going to sell packages. We are going to sell experiences. We are going to immerse buyers, hosted buyers and other visitors in Uganda. But we are going to monetize it. We will not leave the 10th version of Powate without money. I've refused. We are living with money. We are living with reservations, bookings, selling every single part of the experience of Uganda at Powate. So that is the mindset. That is the biggest one. Wanderlust and commerce. That's the second thing we're changing this year. We're not coming to just unpack, showcase. Last year, I think we did really well in terms of demonstrating what kind of adventures and you know, exploration activities we have. There were even boats. If I remember correctly, somebody came with a canoe. Bring the canoes, but also bring the booking, ticketing machine. Bring POS machines. Let people leave money there at Munyonyo. That is the approach we're taking this year. Wanderlust is underpinned by commerce. We've got to book. We've got to make those reservations. We cannot spend that week and that money in Munyonyo and not come away with the right kind of commerce. So again, this year, that what we're changing and why we're here as early as we are, is we want to get the right people in the room. We've already started courting different destinations. We want their top tier buyers with us next year, and we need to book them early. Honorable Minister, this is actually a launch after the launch, because a month ago, we met with the committee heads of the NOC. The organizing committee for Powate has already started. We need to approach our hosted buyers in a timely manner. These are busy people. They're one of the most sought after species. So if we go late, we'll get bottom tier members. We need to get top ranking hosted buyers in Uganda next May. So that is why we're starting this early. Apart from getting the right buyers in the room, we also want the right professionals, the right engagements. If we're going to speak AI, if we're going to speak global trends, if we want to understand what the UN's plan is as far as tourism goes, and I was having this conversation with Deo yesterday, we are quoting some of the highest professional, most respected tourism professionals in the world. They will join us here in May. But they can only join us if we approach them in a timely manner. We cannot go in June, what's the month before May? February, expecting, again, doing things the same way, expecting different results. So we have already written to them. Those who we are quoting already are in the know. This process here is for the fourth estate to know that we are live, otherwise work has started in the kitchen. So, the third and last thing I'll speak to, and we're really excited about this one, our partners at Munyonyo. have given us, I think, a couple of groundbreaking concessions that are definitely going to impact the way we've been delivering Poate. So, exciting news. We've got 2 extra days from Munyonyo, uncharged, which means we can set up a day earlier and we can stay a day later. We have negotiated, they have accepted. Munyonyo has also, I think for the first time in history, allowed for us to have a food exhibition. So on the last day, Munyonyo will open their gates to accept exhibitors of a culinary experience. Of course, it won't be everyone, please. It won't be any Tom, Dick, and Harry. We need to get the best Rolex makers in the house. If you're making Kabalagala, we need to see your Kabalagala certificate. You need to be UNBS certified. Yes. If you're going to do Nsenene, we need to start testing your Nsenene this season. Yeah, we are already in the season. If you are coming to do Mwogo and I don't know, all the other street food that we boast of, we need to make sure you're the best in the trade. So that concession for me is exceptionally exciting, because for the first time we'll be able to give our hosted buyers, our visitors, all the partners who will be in the house a truly Ugandan cuisine experience, culinary experience. So the last thing I'm going to say before I invite my chairman to say a word or two is that as we go into Poate as partners, and collaboration is the key, we need to be speaking the same language. So Wanderlust is the theme. We need to be talking about product diversification, portfolio diversification. I've been singing about it. Uganda is so much more. We are the big 5 plus 3. We are 160 lakes plus. We are 8,000 species of flora and fauna plus. 1,000 plus species of birds. We are home to some of the oldest cultures and traditions on earth. Buganda Kingdom is how old? 400, 500? Members, answer, I'm giving out permits, gorilla permits here. People know me. If you make me happy, I give you a gorilla permit. How many years? Baganda in the house. 14th century. Oh, what's the math, Jackie? Why are you giving us homework? Just say the years. 400? Oldest traditions and cultures on planet Earth. We have 64 tribes, all with very unique music, food, dance, culture. So as we go into Poate, each one of us here, and those who will cascade the message, members of the 4th estate, we are saying Uganda is so much more. Uganda is that gift which keeps on giving. That is the modus operandi and mindset we need to approach Poate with. That and the commercial one, the commerce one. So members of the private sector, we are also on you now. You know how you always on us. We didn't bring this. If you come to Poate without a POS machine, without your reservation team, then you're at the wrong place. Next year we are selling. We are selling Uganda. We are not exhibiting. Exhibiting lends itself to beauty pageant. That one we have done it for the last 9 years and we've done it well. Now is the time to monetize our beauty, our warmth, and our culture. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jackie.
Another round of applause for my CEO. As CEO emphasized, we cannot do this without our private sector. So I would like to invite the Vice President of Uganda Tourism Association to make his remarks, Mr. Isakato.
Good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all today on this good occasion. But before I proceed, please allow me to introduce our private sector that has been with us today. We have our Secretary General, Otto, Mr. Dennis, and he came along with our CEO, Matilda. Okay. We have also one of the board members of Otto, Mr. James Mwere, who is also in the tour guiding forum. We have Mr. Karyango Nicholas. I call him the permanent CEO to Gata. We have our chairperson of the Women in Tourism. That one is also a founder member of UTA. We have a team from Nakau, leadership. Yes, you're most welcome. We also had our SG, Mr. Peter Mwanja, here, but unfortunately he had to run to attend to another function, but he's also representing Yowaki. We also have, we had Madame Jean, I don't know if she switched chairs, representing Uhowa. So, Ndugu Dennis, also thank you so much for recognizing sustainable tourism and making it everyone's business. We have someone from Estoa, Mr. Robert Intare. You're most welcome. So sustainability is everyone's business now. I thank you so much for the theme. In fact, me as a Salongo, you will allow me to acknowledge that Wanderlust is a romantic word. It's a very interesting word, and it describes Uganda very well. We all have seen some people who come here and actually fail to even go back because they get so immersed. You remember the Mzungu border? The man, he forgot that actually visas get expired until they took him back to his country. Honorable Minister, I welcome you. And you will allow me to stand on the protocol that has been said before. I am representing my president, who has not been able to be here, but she sent me. I'm going to make some small remarks on her behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, the partners in tourism, all protocol observed. As we launch Powate today, 2026, under the theme Wanderlust, a word that captures a timeless human longing to go beyond the familiar, to follow that curiosity, and then you seek places that stir the soul. Uganda answers that call with a rare beauty, landscapes that read like poetry, cultures that speak to identity, and experiences that stay long after the journey. Wanderlust alone is not enough. Our task is to convert inspiration into investment, curiosity into contracts, and interest into market share. That is the true power of Powate. And as UTA, we stand committed to elevating service quality, strengthening capacity across all associations, and to ensure that every visitor who follows this country encounters excellence at every step. We deeply also appreciate our collaboration with our ministry, with our agencies, UTB and UA, and all the other partners who make this industry thrive. So late 2026 Powate be the moment when Uganda not only inspires the world but also secures its rightful place as a high value, high impactful tourism destination. This is a place where Wanderlust becomes a journey and the journey becomes business. I think this one connects very well with what the CEO has already said. I can assure you we shall come with our post machines. We also have some electronic links that we can just share with our prospective clients. I thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kato. We take that commitment very well from our private sector partners. I think as my final role, I will invite my CEO once again to invite our board chair to make her remarks, who will in turn invite our minister to make his remarks and unveil Powate 2026. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Chairman of the Board of Uganda Tourism Board, Mrs. Pearl Kakoza.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's just hitting 12 noon. So shall I say good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen? I stand on all the protocols that have been observed. Honorable Minister, we thank you very much for joining us this afternoon for the launch of Powate. The word wanderlust, and not wonder, W-O-N-D-E-R, but it's W-A-N-D-E-R. I will have members know that is actually from the German language, wander, and then lust is English, which is a strong desire. Now, you all know what L-U-S-T is, of course. I know you were talking about in another connotation. Right, so we have wanderlust. It's, of course, we're going to know how to pronounce it, and we should definitely go for our German-speaking people, who you know have been in Uganda this week. You saw some of them watering matoke, Nyiga matoke, and all the rest of it. I'd like to thank the Honourable Minister, number one, for actually making sure that this financial year, 2025-2026, he enhanced our budget under the Uganda Tourism Board. That is a big plus for us, that we're able to host and successfully host Powate 2026. I don't want to stand on what, I'd like to continue on what our CEO has talked about. We're here to, of course, drive our destination competitiveness and what makes Uganda truly unique. The fact that we're even standing outside here with a cloud cover at 12 noon and not burning in the hot sun is one of our pluses. To the private sector, yes, you're coming with your links for payment, ATMs, POS machines, etc., etc. Before you come to that stage, go back and think deeply about our unique offerings. There's been one thing which Uganda Tourism Board has been pushing, and that is agro-tourism. Agriculture combined with tourism. You know, the government has prioritized what we call ATMs, and I'll not stop talking about this. Agriculture and agro-processing, tourism, minerals, and science and technology. Don't you think that would be a win-win when we combine two of those very powerful pillars which are supposed to drive our 10 or 15-fold growth for this country? So think very hard, our private sector players, Go make these collaborations in your various charlos and not just to the five-star hotels. Think outside the box and let us offer, indeed, a unique offering to our exhibitors for Powate 2026. I would also like to put forward to the tourism sector players about our coffee, specifically Robusta coffee. Uganda is the home of Robusta coffee, which was found around the lakeside, lakeshore, in 1800. Those of you who are going back into history, how old is the Buganda kingdom? We also have another coffee that grows very wild. I've seen it only in Buganda. It's called Liberica, Liberica. Some of you who have seen it, it actually looks like a jackfruit or a fene tree. You may have seen the leaves and you think, oh, eyo fene, nedda, eyo mwanyi. Yes, I see someone, it has twigged his memory there. This coffee is unique to Uganda, but it's also one of the 4 different coffees we have in the world. What we have in Uganda, we have Arabica, we have Robusta, and we have Liberica coffee. More research needs to be done on the Liberica coffee. But Robusta, let us take it home as uniquely Ugandan and amplify that, because Uganda is the birthplace of Robusta coffee. I should excuse myself because I'm also speaking as a farmer. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly allow me to invite Honorable Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities to give his key address. Honorable Minister.
The Chair, Uganda Tourism Board, the Chief Executive Officer, Uganda Tourism Board, Directors, Commissioners, Uganda Tourism Association, members of the private sector, the queens who are here, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I have to apologize right from the beginning because the function started at 9 and I came a little just before 12. I think that's not good manners, but we have been very busy. And please put up with some of us. It gives me great pleasure to join you this morning, this afternoon, for the official launch of the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo 2026, our nation's flagship tourism and business platform that continues to position Uganda as the heart of Africa's travel story. Today's theme, Wanderlust, beautifully captures what defines every traveler, that irresistible desire to explore, to connect, and to be transformed by new experiences. We just looked at AI as we sat there, and it is true, Wanderlust, because I was asking the students of English, Mrs. Kakoza and others, what is this Wanderlust? And so it is German. Oh, I said, okay. But for us here, we are English, so but it is a strong, irresistible desire to travel and explore the world. So this is a correct theme, and I congratulate those who have coined this word out. Over the years, Powate has grown beyond being an exhibition. It has become a meeting point of ideas, innovation, and investment. It brings together our local enterprises, regional partners, international buyers, all united by a single goal to make Uganda visible, competitive, and irresistible on global tourism map. Through this platform, we tell our story, a strong story of wildlife and wilderness, of faith and festivals, of adventure, culture, hospitality. We remind the world that Uganda is not just a destination to visit, but an experience to feel and remember. That's why the word really is explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. So don't just come and go back. No. Explore. Stay longer. Visit the country. It's not Machishon Falls alone. It's not Kalangal alone. It's not Mountains of the Moon alone, Rwenzori. No. Go further. There is Bwindi. There is Mugahinga. We have hot springs. There is also Namugongo. You get my point. There is Sheraton. You can come here and spend a night dancing. Yes. You can go out. Actually, the Minister for Tourism, Zambia, said that the best place to enjoy at night in the whole of Africa is Kampala. Can you imagine a Minister of Tourism? And this was the Minister of Tourism, Zambia. So I told him, so every time you come to Uganda, we have to look for you at night. He said, yes, at night. Because during the day, I'm busy in meetings. At night, I am having good time. At night. As government, we remain committed to supporting this sector through investment in infrastructure, our connectivity, marketing, and capacity building. We are working closely with our partners, Uganda Airlines, Uganda Wildlife Authority. They are here represented, Uganda Tourism Board, and the private sector to ensure Uganda remains safe, attractive, and sustainable destination. The theme Wanderlust also challenges us to think bigger, to market smarter, and to innovate boldly. The global traveler of today seeks meaning, authenticity, and connection. They want to feel nature, share culture, and experience life beyond the ordinary. Uganda offers all this and more, from the gorillas of Bwindi to the peaks of Rwenzori, the source of the Nile, the rhythm of our festivals, the warmth of our people. Ours is a country that captures hearts and changes perceptions. Our task is simple: to package it right, to tell it proudly, and to deliver it consistently. The Uganda Tourism Board, I commend you for your innovation and drive. Each year, Powate grows stronger, more creative, and more impactful. To the private sector, our industry associations, and development partners, your collaboration is the lifeblood of the sector. Together, we must keep building bridges, nurturing trust, and expanding Uganda's footprint in global tourism markets. As we count down to Powate 2026, let us move with purpose and pride. Let us showcase Uganda's story with confidence, not just an imitation, but as innovators. Let us welcome the world with open hearts, open skies, and open opportunities. Certainly, Uganda is more than just a destination. It's a motion of feeling at home. It's an adventure and wonder. That is the spirit of Wanderlust. Last year's edition of Powate, if I may not misuse the word, to me it was exquisite. Exquisite is something very beautiful. I don't want to use the word sweet, but exquisite, very beautiful, well organized, and an improvement of the earlier one. Therefore, I have no doubt that the 2026 Powate will just be explosive, isn't it? And explosive, and I hope we can invite the Minister for Tourism of Zambia, isn't it? Who will spend the night dancing and merrymaking on the 10th edition of the Pearl of Africa in Kampala. Private sector, you can be confident that we are together, and we are together, and we shall move together, because really that is the beneficiary. Beneficiary, 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 and participant. Kagwa has used a very interesting word. She has told us that we are now looking at the standards of WTO, isn't it? Top there, top notch, isn't it? That's what she wants. And it is good to be very, very optimistic, isn't it? And I support you, and we shall support you so that you achieve the objective. Because when you are writing what we call an operational order is a terminology in the army. You assess the enemy threat, isn't it? What frightens you? How will you? Then you ask for what you want. You ask the commander-in-chief. I want so many tanks. I want so many guns. I want so many battalions. I want so that I can achieve the objective, isn't it? And that's what Kagwa is talking about. She wants to achieve an objective. And that in chief, isn't it? In this particular, I'm not on chief up there, but in this particular case, I am the chief there, isn't it? So I say, okay, you have to assist this lady to achieve what? The objective. Isn't it? Really, and that's the argument, and we support you to achieve this objective. And you have an organization, you have the chairperson, you have the board, you have the ministry, you have the country, isn't it? To achieve that objective. It was very good news for us when we received the news that the best adventure destination in the world award, isn't it? These awards were announced in Switzerland, and the best country, the first two were Ecuador and Peru, and the third is Uganda. Uganda, Bwindi, isn't it? So, that is unprecedented, isn't it? That is very welcome information and judgment. And we must take the opportunity. We must exploit, isn't it, that announcement so that we now attract more tourists to this country. From the miserable 1.3, 1.4, we should jump to 3, isn't it? To 4, to 5. Once we reach the level of 5, 6, 7 million tourists per year, isn't it? Then the private sector will change, isn't it? Private sector will change. Better life, better business, isn't it? And the name and the image of the country will definitely just explode. The biggest constraint, which we have discussed at the ministry, is infrastructure. The roads, isn't it? The roads, the aerodromes. I can assure you that we work very closely with General Katumba Wamala, the Minister for Works. And he knows. Fortunately, when you are an army commander, you almost go in every part of the country. You know that very well. So he has the knowledge of the country on his fingertips, isn't it? And he will tell you which road, which road. He don't even have to read, he knows. So we know, and we have worked with him to work on the roads. We have what we call the tourism roads. Those are very, very important roads. They must be tarmacked to allow tourists not to get stuck with our beautiful country. You know, there is a lot of rain here, isn't it? The land is fertile. Some of the land is clay, isn't it? Boulder clay, isn't it? So you can really get stuck. And for a tourist to spend a night, and he can't open because the mosquitoes would rush in, isn't it? So you really have to make sure that that tourist goes to a place, comes back, tracks gorillas, pays the correct amount of money, nobody cheats him, goes to his lodge and rests. And the following day he can drive to Kampala or fly from wherever he would have been to Kampala, to Entebbe, and Switzerland or Zambia, in the case of the Minister for Zambia. So we are sure, we know that we will work very hard to make sure that we turn around our problems, the issue of roads, the issue of aerodromes, so that the tourists can come and enjoy themselves. And we'll concentrate on that. With those remarks, I declare now that the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo 2026 is launched.